956 lads are at it again. Tune in now or else.
You are about to experience the 956 ABV podcast.
I was 9 years old.
Recording in session. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 956 ABV podcast. I forgot to press the clap.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a live recording at the NFL draft.
Yeah, we are live at the draft right now, having a couple of brewskis and some teasies.
Tease? Yeah, I'm actually sipping. It's a Rebel gummy bear.
Oh,
from Dutch Bros.
Oh, that's not a Dutch Bros cup.
No, it's a 956 ABV cup.
Hey, but you told him to make it in that?
No, I poured it in there.
Oh, you got tricks. You got tricks up your sleeve, huh?
Yes.
Hey, but welcome back to the Landmark on Tower. We are here. Thanks a lot to everyone that came back to from our 420 show last week.
Hell yeah, man. That was
pretty
a
cool.
really fun event, dude.
Yeah, definitely going to be more.
A lot of people look forward to that joint rolling competition.
Yeah,
I
dude,
didn't
that was
realize
pretty-
how like it's like a favorite, like it's a favorite thing. But I mean, it has to be like, you know, like we have to do it now all the time because
Yeah, for sure.
You
We
can't have a
definitely have to.
420 event without, you know, motherfucking joint rolling.
Yeah, we definitely have to, man. But let's give a shout out to Kings Inc. Tattoos in Far Texas.
Fuck yeah, baby Gator,
All up on me. All
Whoa.
linked on me.
all up in you too.
Baby Gator's been all up on me.
I'm jealous. I am jealous.
We need to get them all up on you, bro, next time, for sure.
For real. Look at all this.
Live
Look at all this
tattoo.
nakedness.
Live tattoo podcast session.
Fuck yeah.
I'll get a little something too.
No.
I think both of you guys should get tramp stamps, bro. That's what I'm
All
saying right
right.
here.
He beat me to it.
One's already a winner.
Oh, shit.
And
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
if you hear that little voice that just came in,
Let's welcome our guest.
we've got the one and only Mark, a.k.a. Ooh,
What is up, guys? Holy
from the motherfucking
moly.
Chew and Ooh podcast, man.
That's right, man.
Live on Draft Spectacular.
That's right. Drinking the draft, feeling the draft, and no underwear, and actually really feeling the draft.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
Feeling the air, feeling
Shout out
everything.
to Free Ballin', dog.
That's right. Didn't Tom Petty write a song like that?
Free Ballin'.
I knew it.
You think, did that guy do a remix to it? The
I don't
funny
know.
guy?
Oh, I don't
Because
know.
I'm free. Because that would be a cool
I
parody
would,
song.
dude. Write it down, copyright it, let's go.
Let's get it done.
Let's
Hey,
do it
but
first, man. Do
dude,
it
welcome
first.
back to the show, man. We haven't had you on the show in a very long time.
About, I think it's been 2 years, man.
Has it?
Almost.
We weren't doing
Yeah, man.
video. We were at Johnny's place and fucking. And yeah, man, shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming on.
It's been a long ass fucking time, dude.
Well, yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Hey, and I want to say a big thank you for the
Hey.
gift on draft day.
Hell
The
yeah.
big old motherfucking rolling tray.
Dad, that's
doggy.
what it is, dude.
Hell
Damn,
yeah.
you're welcome, man.
Fuck yeah.
The big joints,
I'm
bro.
a little late for the 420 festival, but happy 420.
Oh, hey, shout out to everyone that celebrated.
Yes,
One of
yes.
my favorite holidays.
Hell yeah. Well, I mean, I celebrate it anyway. I'm all about the culture.
You think, you know how it's like the Tooth Fairy,
Yeah.
the Santa Claus,
The weed fairy?
the weed something, you know, the weed monster or something, you
The
know?
weed monster. You got to come up with something for that, man.
Yeah, right.
There's got to be something
For the
specific
holiday, and
for
then you
that
can have
holiday.
that logo and shit.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be cool.
Patent it, copyright it.
I
It's all-
imagine it would,
Everything.
it would probably look like
Edit?
Wiz
Man.
Khalifa or Snoop Dogg.
Oh shit.
Or like a
If they had a
combination
baby.
of Snoop and Willie Nelson.
As like a
Ooh,
monster
that's a
or
good
something.
one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Or Chong and Willie Nelson would be. a
Oh,
good one.
yeah.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
of the massive Chong there, buddy.
I would just put
That's
our friend
true.
Nate. He knows everything about weed, bro.
There you go,
for
bro.
sure.
There you
Shout out
go.
to Nate,
There you go,
man.
man.
Big shout out to Nate, man.
shout
We
out,
haven't shouted him out. Well, we did actually in the
Yeah.
I'll take that back.
We did say it on 420, did we?
Nah, dude. Hey, but welcome, man. Cool that you're
Yeah.
here on the draft, bro. I know
Yeah.
you watch football. You know you're
Yeah.
a big football fan.
Yeah, I like
even
football.
though it's the
Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't,
But are you guys like
no,
excited for the
no.
draft?
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. And let me set the record straight on this, man. I follow both Texas teams, with the Texans and the Cowboys. But my actual team is the Minnesota Vikings. I'm a big Minnesota Vikings fan.
Oh,
Yeah. Big
interesting.
Minnesota fan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there
shout
a
out to
reason
that,
why?
man.
Backstory. Let's go way back. You got time?
Nope.
No. Good.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
Thank you for coming.
watching, guys. We'll see you later. No, actually, this happened back. I was in high school. Actually, I visited my uncle in the summer in San Antonio. He was taking me to different areas where he would fix his computers and stuff. And he asked me, well, hey, you want to go with me on a trip? And I go, sure. Where are we going? We're going to somebody's house. We're going to fix a computer for him. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go. So I hop in the truck and we take off. We get there and this house is huge, man. Mansions, dude. I mean, like, dang, bro, where were we at,
Damn.
So let's just roll up here, whatever. We roll up and gate opens. He gets there and we went through the front door. Maid opens the door. Yeah, the office is right down the hall to your left. We're walking down there. And we're walking down there, person that I am, glancing, checking out the house, and there's a door open, which was his man cave. And he had a bunch of football memorabilia. I was freaking out, but it was all Minnesota Vikings. I was like, holy shit. And I'm looking like, holy crap. It's amazing. And I'm looking at my uncle. He goes, come over here. So I'm over there. And like, I didn't want to go to the room. I was like over here like, damn, look at all this shit. It's fucking awesome. And then all of a sudden, I'm standing in the hallway looking inside. He goes, can I help you? I go, no, I'm here with my uncle. Just want to take it. This is amazing. I told the guy, he goes, well, come on in, take a look. So I walked on in and I'm looking. He had autographs of Herschel Walker when he was a running back, of Chris Carter, Randy Moss. Well, not even Randy Moss yet because he wasn't drafted yet.
Legends.
Yeah,
bro.
it's the
Legends. I know you
know.
don't know
like,
too much football.
I'm like nodding, like,
But-
Really?
like I know who he's
Whenever-
talking about. Like,
Whenever
fuck
you hear
yeah.
those names,
Warren Moon.
Legends, bro.
Warren Moon, autographed jerseys and pictures and everything. I'm like, wow, dude, I'll tell you what, you really are a hardcore Minnesota fan. Because I better be. I own the team.
Oh shit!
I'm like, what?
whoa,
That's fucking cool.
Yeah,
dude.
so I was like, holy. From that day on, I became a Minnesota fan because I was like, holy, I'm following the team. I was in the owner's house. I got to be a fan now. So
Fuck yeah, dude.
yeah, I follow
that story took
That's
a
pretty crazy.
curveball
Yeah,
that I did
dude.
not expect.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like maybe like a fan of just
Yeah,
sports.
diehard,
he was-
a rich fan.
Yeah,
like,
well, that
oh,
explained the whole mansion and everything. I was like, holy shit. I kid him. I go, you're in the owner. He goes, oh, yeah. Why didn't you tell me this? I didn't want you to freak out. Like, holy crap, man. This is amazing.
And how old were you when
I
you
was
went?
only, 15, 16?
And did you have a team
shit.
prior to that experience?
Growing up in the household, you had to be a Cowboy fan,
Yeah.
no matter what. No ifs, buts, or whats. I was an Oilers fan at the time also because I was a big fan of I've got Campbell. A big Campbell fan, and after when he left, Warren Moon was the quarterback for a while, and then he left to the Minnesota Vikings. And it's weird how I followed that along. That's what's kind of
Worked
interesting.
out.
It actually worked out.
Yeah.
So Earl Campbell. I'm sorry, Boo Bump. Man, he's gonna get mad if he watches this podcast. But Earl Campbell, big fan of his. But yeah, I was a big fan of the Oilers also. So my dad hated it. He would always get pissed off because I would root for them.
Dude, I think the Oilers had some of the best like colors and jerseys.
Yeah, man,
and
the
all
baby
that stuff.
blue with
Yeah,
the red.
baby blue.
Hell
That
yeah.
was totally different,
it's
man. I
like-
remember
yeah.
those days.
It's like fucking vintage classic, bro.
Yeah.
Like everyone can picture that shit,
Yeah, well, this past year, the game that was supposed to take away the jerseys away from the Tennessee Titans, Texans won. So now Tennessee are no longer can wear those colors. So it came back to Houston.
shit.
Damn,
Yeah.
sounds like a gang rivalry
Right,
type
yeah,
shit. Like,
dude.
those are our colors.
That's like a
puto.
deal. That's like a
No,
deal.
man, there's so much news on the NFL. I'm not going to bore you with it, but the big one that's out there is the Kansas City one, where supposedly they want to build a bigger stadium, and the owner doesn't want to pay it. Well, now the owner wants to pay it, but he's going to charge a bigger tax to the city. And word is out in media, if you follow it,
I heard
they
something
might
about
come back
this.
to Dallas and become the Dallas Chiefs.
Damn.
So that's
crazy.
gonna-
I heard about that.
Wait, so then what's going to happen to the Dallas
They
Cowboys?
stay there. They
so
stay
there
there.
can be two
I don't
teams from the
think-
same city?
I don't
Dude,
know.
I think Jerry Jones would offer to make the stadium for them before then coming
Before they
to
come-
Dallas. Like
I'll buy you the stadium. Just stay back over
Yeah,
there.
just stay over there.
Just stay over
I'll
there.
make the stadium
Don't
for you
worry.
guys.
Just
Chill
give
out.
me 3/4 of the fun.
Yeah, more like,
Yeah.
mean, it's all money at the end of the
No
day,
shit,
bro.
dude.
Like,
It's always money at the end of the end of
business.
The day. Hell yeah.
in all big business, even all this Diddy shit, all this fucking all this behind the shit, dude. A lot is run by power and money, bro.
Dude, that I think that whole thing with Didi that's going on right now, I think that's probably the Cat Williams, man. After that whole big interview on Club Seche, holy shit!
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing.
I just watched a bunch of clips.
You know what? And from podcaster to podcaster, it kind of pissed me off a little bit because, well, this is going to the Joe Rogan show because he came out on Joe Rogan. They showed a clip. If you guys watch it, there's a clip out there where Joe Rogan goes at him, dude. He goes, "Who the fuck do you think you are? You know, who's been talking about me? You know, I'm bigger than you, right? Kick your ass." And he goes, "No, you can't." It was all a setup. I'm like, holy shit, this happened on the show? So I click on the Joe Rogan show, bro. It was just a fucking preview, bro. It grabbed me to watch the whole fucking show just to watch that.
Yeah.
It never came out.
Wait for that moment.
Yes, it never came. I go, I hate you, Joe. I hate you right now. But that's so freaking brilliant, bro. That was amazing. So yeah, man. Yeah, awesome. But going back to the P. Diddy thing, yeah, he really busted a hole in that whole. Yeah, the whole thing, the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, for
say
sure,
it
man.
that, you know,
For sure.
So yeah, bro, that was it was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that came out, and then just a week and a half, 2 weeks after, whatever. It's kind of like died down a little bit, and more stuff has been coming out.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
And then you have the draft, and you start thinking like, shit's connected to just get our attention off of shit. You know, like
Called smoke screens, bro.
Distraction.
Yeah, for sure.
Smoke screens.
And I mean, now everyone's like, well, fuck everything else. I was about the draft, bro. Like, I'm not even thinking about Diddy touching me anymore.
So he touched me. So who the Cowboys picking up?
Right.
That's what I want to know.
But so when it comes to the drafts, do people people throw parties and get together for to watch the draft, right?
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Are there bets behind these drafts? Like, or
Yeah,
no?
dude.
Yeah.
There's bets. There's if this guy gets chosen number one and you chose that guy, like, it depends on the player, but that's how the odds, like, if it's a player that a lot of people aren't picking number one and you like, let me put my money on this quarterback that no one's saying he's going to be number one, and then you put money on him and it all depends on the odds.
Yeah, dude.
That guy goes, for some reason, he just goes number one. And boom, you fucking hit. But there's a lot of fucking bets going on for the draft, bro.
Is there like a list of players that everyone knows that are getting drafted?
Yeah. There is.
Okay.
They do the combine.
How many
and everything.
players are there?
People coming from
Quite a few.
college. It's people like coming from college, you know?
You see, and being in the draft is a big gamble also. So say like you're a junior, in college, and you know what, I'm going to go with the draft, and then you don't get picked. It's kind of hard because you get stuck right in the middle. You can't go back to playing your college team because you left. You're gone.
Yeah.
You can go back to school, but you can't play the team anymore.
Really?
That's it. You're done.
That's crazy.
You're done. You have to wait for the following year or stay as a walk-on. They still have walk-ons that you can go and try out.
Yeah, you can if
Yeah.
they like you. There's been some good.
Yeah, real good walk-ons.
Yeah.
Damn it, that little sound just grabs. It's a man grabber right there.
That's
What's
what
going on
it
over
is,
there?
bro.
What's going
I
on?
need to get that sound effect.
That would be a cool.
Who's getting
sound
drafted?
effect.
What's going on? I need a.
The draft spectacular. The Titans are on the clock right now.
Oh shit!
They got.
JC
Is that a defensive tackle or an offensive tackle?
offensive tackle, Alabama.
Oh, okay, my D's look like O's. I
Man,
definitely need to go
so
get
then
my
all
glasses.
these people getting drafted, they're in their like early 20s then, right?
They're
Right,
like
yeah.
fucking 19, 20.
20.
dude.
Yeah, they're real young,
Shit.
bro. Real
They're
young.
fucking getting contracts for like millions or
Well,
what? Hundreds
not-
of thousands?
Not
Not yet.
hundreds of thousands maybe.
of dollars,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
They're
That's
under.
fucking crazy though.
They play under a rookie contract for 4 years. After the
that's-
4
yeah.
years, if they kill it, those 4 years, they're gonna get a fucking. That's when you're gonna get a fucking. All right, you fucking killed it these 4 years. Now we're gonna give you fucking like
Yeah.
200 mil. Fuck
Yeah.
it.
And all
the fuck?
And
it-
they're like 20 years old.
yeah,
bro,
and
like
it all
21.
depends. It all depends if they
21,
get franchised also.
Yeah.
It's another thing too.
There's
So,
a
yeah.
lot of shit, bro.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, dude, for someone that doesn't follow football, like if you see the drive, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?" You know, like this guy's going here. Like, who is that guy? Who's this guy? Like, it's pretty crazy, bro.
I'm gonna say something
It's like
hardcore,
a
but I'm
whole-
not gonna say it, dude. That's
Say it.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No. It's the beer taking effect.
This platform is for that kind of talk.
No,
Yeah, man.
no,
We're
no.
not live, bro. We'll edit that shit out, bro.
Yeah, right. Let's put it on there, dude. That way.
Nah, man, let's hear it.
You know how
No,
many
I'm good.
fucked up shit we've said that I've taken out, bro?
No, dude.
Yeah,
No.
guilty, man. I say a lot
I'm
of
kind
fucked
of
up
the
shit.
guy who I'll pick and choose what if it's too crazy, I'll be like,
Yeah,
let's
that's-
take that one out.
This one is
or
really.
let's bleep it at least. or
That's
something,
really
you know?
jumping the fence and coming back, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Come on, man. We gotta hear it.
No, so I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll keep that one to myself.
Later has come. man.
That's what she said.
Hey, dude, but how's everything, man? You guys are killing it on the podcast. You guys are having some dope ass guests.
Well, it's a challenge, bro. It's a challenge. I mean, it's a leap of faith, I guess you can say. I spend my time reaching out to as many as people I can. I'm still doing the local talent scene and all that good stuff, but I decided to reach out towards LA, New York, get the people that are like really hardcore in the business, but not just to interview them. It's more like a self-teaching, for upcomers. Like, say like you're a voice actor and, oh man, what do I need to do to become? I get a voice actor and have them interview. What does it take to get there? A stunt person, or a stunt man, stunt woman. What do you need to do? What is it? What's the process to become this?
Dude, that's a cool topic or person to interview,
A
because
stunt
growing
man?
up, I always wanted to be like a stunt person.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
I've always admired actors that do their own stunts and
It's
shit.
always funny when you see like the funny ones where it totally looks like another person.
Yeah. Yeah.
totally different heights and shit.
Those space
like-
balls.
Yeah. Oh, that's
you
funny.
idiots! You captured their stunt doubles.
Dude, I love that movie.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, it's one
And
of my favorite
that's
movies.
one of the funniest scenes
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
princess is like a dude, right?
Dude,
Like,
Spaceballs. You know what I started doing? Actually, talking about Spaceballs.
Here we go.
Fucking these balls broke.
Oh, right. There you go. Now we're talking to something interesting.
No, I'm watching Star Wars again from like the old ones to the new ones and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to follow the story.
So you're
you know?
doing you're doing 4, 5, and 6, then going back to 1, 2, and 3, and then going to the final ones, or you going them in order?
I'm fucking going where I went to Google and said, "What's the order?" and I watch it like that.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Okay.
so it's the newer ones that you're
It's
watching.
one newer one, and then you go to like an old one, and then you go to like another newer one. Like it's pretty scattered out,
right,
bro.
yeah.
That's a crazy story, bro. It's so scattered out. I don't know.
How many fucking Star Wars are there?
9, I believe. There's
Holy
9,
shit.
9 series. Oh, well, 9 movies, I believe.
How many Harry Potter ones are there?
Oh shoot. Oh,
Probably
that's a
9
good
or
question.
10. Probably like
Around
9 or
there.
10. 9
Wow,
or 10.
dude.
There's one that has 2 parts, so that's like
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, the last episode is, I know it's a 2-parter.
2 parts,
It's
right?
2-parter, yeah.
That one's like super dark and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Have you seen them?
What?
Like all the Harry Potter
Potters?
movies? Bro,
Bro.
I think you should.
You should get your daughter into it, dude. She'd
you
probably
should do
like it.
Yeah,
She'd probably
it's
like it.
dope. She'd like it for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure, dude. For
Yeah,
sure.
I've
Start at
watched
the beginning,
some
bro, and
movies
just-
because like growing up, like I had friends that were into it, so sometimes like they were really excited about it. Like I remember, and I would tag along just for the sake of tagging along and being included.
Right.
But like we'd go to fucking Barnes and Nobles and like long ass lines for like the new books that are dropping.
Right.
And yeah, man, like I love the excitement behind it, but I just never got behind it myself.
Right,
you know?
right.
But
You saw the hype for it, but you're like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it
Yeah.
out when it's time for me to check it out.
yeah, like I've always been like kind of like a dumbass when it comes to shit like that. Like and by dumbass I mean
you're
like
still,
yeah. Well,
Well, we don't have to go that far.
no, but what I mean by dumbass is just like I never gave things a chance because I was like, oh, that's gay, like that's nerdy. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's what I
gotcha.
mean by dumbass.
Right,
you know,
right.
because
Now
even
it's-
with music, dude,
It's
there was a
growing
lot
up,
of.
growing up and getting more wisdom of stuff. And
Yeah,
shit, bro.
because like with movies,
With music, for
with
sure.
music, I was like, I ain't gonna listen to
wanna
that,
listen
bro.
to
Like,
It's because the
shit.
balls are dropping a little lower. You're starting to
Literally,
listen
bro.
a little bit more, bro.
yeah,
You know, they're in the danger zone area. Those they get knocked, it'll reset.
You
It's
sit
a
on them
reset,
sometimes, bro.
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
It's happened once.
Dude, it's happened
It's
surprisingly a couple times.
It's happening right now.
It's a little troubling when that happens. I'm like,
Right.
but I guess it just depends on your body temperature too, bro.
Right.
Because there's times that they're nice and compact and look like a little sack of like a peach.
Yeah.
We took a wrong turn here, bro.
And there's other
It's
times
the
that
right
they're just
turn. It's the right
there's
turn,
other
man.
times that they just hang, bro. Like they're hanging.
It's like, oh shit.
We went from
When
fucking space balls to real balls.
when are your balls the smallest?
I don't know. I think after
Mine are
like
when
a
I
good,
poop for sure.
when I poop, really?
Those are when
you
they're the
poop?
smallest, bro. I don't know.
like for sure after a
They
good,
get like sucked in or something. You know, I don't know.
A good,
Okay, guys, this podcast is over.
a good few like sex sessions. Like I feel like they're a little more drained
They
for sure.
empty out
Yeah.
and shit. Okay,
All
Yeah, right now they're pretty full
They're pretty.
and hanging.
and hanging.
But I
can
blame that on
unfold
The
the
point, the coin purse is full right now.
No, it really is.
I need to go make
and
I
it's
need to go
really
make a
droopy.
deposit and a withdrawal at the same time.
I used to
Wait,
like not wear underwear for a long time, and now like I'm not wearing any right now, and I'm regretting it because like I'm
all over the place.
and literally, dude, like I've never
have
had
two
one
underwears
ball.
on.
I've never had one ball on each side of my legs, dude. They're normally just together. Right now, that one's
Choose
on
one
the right.
side.
They're probably even crisscrossed.
They're usually doing the doorbell for sure.
That's why it's called a granddaddy clock.
That's true.
Hanging.
Oh shit, man! Every time I come on, it's always something interesting with you guys, man.
My bad.
It's all good. Oh shit!
So Star Wars was
So going back to Star Wars.
no Harry Potter. We were talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but like those kinds of movies or
Yeah.
whatever that have a lot of parts, bro. Like I get a little overwhelmed. I'm like, fuck, like I don't know where to start. But I guess going in order would probably be the best way,
Yeah.
especially now that everything's
Especially
already
Harry
out,
Potter,
right?
for sure, yeah.
Like they're all out. You don't have to worry about. Oh well, we need to wait for this other one to come out because that one goes back into
Right,
so
right,
like everything's out now. I can probably
And
give
you,
it a shot.
you don't
like
even
that.
have to put the VHSs in anymore or anything, bro. Get all
right.
lazy. Remember back in the day, getting all lazy just to. I don't want to
Be kind, rewind.
Even
Fuck
just
the rewind,
DVDs, bro.
Fuck the rewind. Take
Like
that shit back.
we would
regular.
have a DVD in like when we lived in Veranda, and that movie would be playing, bro, like for like 2-3 days because we never changed it.
There you go.
And
There you go.
That's how we learned the
Everyone would,
movie
be
references.
everyone would be stuck to the couch, just like
Yeah, dude.
in that commercial where they say like don't do drugs. This is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
We
That's
were on that
exactly
couch.
what happened, dude.
Yeah, they-
that was me. Jimmy, all that plastic
you do
furniture.
get stuck. Hey, you do get stuck to the couch
You
somehow.
really do, man.
Oh, shit, I hear you, man. I hear you, dude. No, man, but yeah, it's those movies. I mean, you follow in order, bro. It all comes together in the end, man. Because I mean, like a pair of butt cheeks. But it's
Oh, here we go now. Hey, when are your butt cheeks the smallest?
on a cold
Mine's
winter
when
day.
my girl grabs them.
You clench.
Why are you doing that? Because you're scaring me.
Why are you clenching?
right.
Your finger's getting too close.
You're not allowed to clench.
Severe tire damage.
You have like trauma from getting like a colonoscopy.
shit.
no.
No, not again.
Hey, it's coming up, bro.
Almost. Have you gotten one yet?
No, I am coming to the age to go get one. Word of advice from my uncle. He told us always look. He goes, if you're gonna go and get your prostate checked, make sure you find the doctor with the smallest fingers and doesn't have rings.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because he did tell me a story that he went and go get his prostate checked.
By a pirate. By a pirate with all the
who had a
rings.
hook. No. No, and he goes, okay, sir, turn around and drop your door. And he had this big old, he had some fat ass fingers, dude. And he's like, hey, let me see your assistant doctor, man. Let me check out his fingers because those aren't going in me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't know. I take some pretty big shits, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I can. I
always
don't
wondered
think I've
about
seen
that.
any fingers bigger than some of the shits I've taken.
Dude,
so
I've always wondered
I'm up
about
for the
that.
challenge.
Like,
There
if
you go.
that comes out that size, like, you ever think, like, man, why
Can you
do-
take something
yeah,
that size?
It's like
I'm
weird.
pretty
It's like-
sure.
Damn.
But I think I don't know, shit's already lubed coming out, so you
I
just
think-
got to make
but
sure
it's, like,
whatever's going
soft.
in's got to be
It's
lubed.
soft.
I think
That's true.
your rainbow community just went up right now on this podcast.
Right?
Well, well, Johnny, let's test.
Right?
Dude, wait till June, bro. We're gonna celebrate all month.
Oh, there you go. Put on neon colors, baby.
We're just pre-gaming right now. We're pre-gaying right now.
Pre-gaming.
We're
Literally
pre-gaming.
gaming.
Gaming right now. You
Hey,
get
we
it.
should start like a team. I'm thinking too much already, bro. I was
Bro,
out here.
let's start a Sandlot baseball
let's-
team
for the month
but,
of June.
gay.
For the month of June, let's fucking get softball teams together.
Oh my God, here we go.
But the ball we make it look like a real ball, and
Oh,
make it look like a ball sack.
like a left nut or something.
I think we need a queer eye for a straight guy to take a look at that, buddy. This does not look official and perfect.
This doesn't feel real.
Does not
show,
feel real.
good show, good
It
show.
smells real, but it doesn't
Right.
look real.
Get the scratch and
Before
sniff.
before every game, just like rub your shit with it, and all right, we're good.
And every time that ball gets hit, there's a guy in the audio going, "Aye!" Yeah, that was-
Definitely can't wait for June.
I love this podcast.
Hey, so how long for some of our new
Only on
listeners
cold weathers.
that
No.
probably haven't heard the older episode where we had you on? So, like, how did your podcast come about? How long have you been doing it?
I believe it's already been 4 to 5 years. It's been 4 or 5 years around there. We are on episode. The next episode we do will be 193, if I'm not mistaken. 193 already. We're getting close. And for me personally, as far as being on podcast, it already throws me with this one. I think it's. I might be rounding off probably like 270, 280 already episodes that I've been on in different little podcasts.
Like featured?
And stuff. So it's fun, dude. It's fun having that many podcasts on your belt, man. And it gets easier. I mean, it gets a lot easier now. It's better having it with a tag team, like the way you guys, the way we do it also. When you go by yourself, it's
hard, right?
kind of tough.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have a guest. It's kind of tough because, you know, you got to really bounce off the camera on your own, and sometimes you catch yourself answering your own questions. You're like, "Well, you need help. You need help, man." But yeah, I say about 4 years already. It's been a blast, man. Meeting a lot of interesting people on the road, man. Especially you guys when you came on. That was fun. The Cinco de Mayo, that one stays in the back of my mind. The Cinco de Mayo
Yeah, man.
episode.
We gotta do
I still
episode.
have that sombrero, dude.
Yeah,
I still have it.
We got to do another Cinco de Mayo
yeah,
for sure.
for
that'd be
sure,
cool.
dude. That'd be awesome, man. And you know, stuff like that. Memorable podcasts that I've done. Podcasts that kind of like shake my head. Like, why the hell did I do that? Why did I bring them on? Which I'll never mention. You have to go and watch on your own. But it's slowly progressing. I mean, it's doing great, guys. I mean, the podcast in the RGB is live and well. We're starting to break doors down. We're getting heard more. You know, I'm constantly trying to pitch everybody down here whenever I get a chance. If I'm getting interviewed somewhere else, I'm constantly pitching you guys. I'm constantly pitching other podcasts that are available. Some podcasts eventually slowly faded away, you know, and wish they would come back, but it is what it is, you know. So, but the honest truth, I mean, the way I look at it as far as for the last 4 or 5 years, you guys and ourselves, I mean, the Chunu and 956 boys.
Yeah, we've been pretty consistent, bro.
Being consistent. We've been knocking them out of the park every single week, you know. And I'm proud of you guys, man. I mean, shout out to you guys, man. You've been doing great. You're doing great, guys. You know.
We don't get a lot of shout out. Shout out to us.
Yeah, it's funny because I brought that up in one episode. I forgot what podcast I was bringing up because they were asking me about competition and stuff like that. You go, you know, it's there. It's there. You can't dismiss the elephant in the room because it's always there. You know, you want to be a better show than that. You want to do a better show, but when the long run, you look at it. You know, you're like, hey man, they're doing it. You know, just watch what they're doing and don't copy it. Don't follow their footsteps, but try to be in the same genre of what they're doing. You know, and just continue to progress like they're progressing. You know, you've done so many shows. I've seen the people that you had on your shows, man. They've been great. You know, the episodes, the topics you come. Sometimes I just can't stop laughing at some of the topics you come up with. you know, and the thing is that ours is different from yours. I mean, you guys,
Yeah,
you
dude,
guys
for
are,
sure.
you guys are fucking laughing around, joking around, saying a
Everyone-
bunch of stuff, and
Yeah,
you
dude.
know,
Everyone's like
they have their own style.
doing their own thing. And
Yeah.
shit.
I
And
would
it's
I would say as far as like ours, especially I guess speaking for myself, like it's like a wild card. Like
Yeah.
you know, where we try to like have some real conversations, but
Right.
I mean we are who we are, you know, and we're gonna fucking joke
Yeah,
around
we
all
like
the
to
time
joke.
and talk
We're
shit.
jokers, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to joke, but
Yeah.
we also talk about some real shit.
Yeah,
sometimes.
we'll have those heartfelt
especially when we
moments.
start getting into like dad talk and shit like that.
Well,
Yeah,
before we go, a big shout out to the Triple B, the Beefy Boy Bros. They're another podcast that's been knocking it out of the park with
they've been
with music
consistent
and
as
stuff.
fuck, too,
They're
man.
consistent also, man. So they do a hell of a job every single time. So
I like when they
but,
do like their top tens.
yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah,
It's
dude.
pretty dope.
It's fun to listen to, man. So,
I've
yeah.
noticed they stick a lot to like the 80s era.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like is that like their permanent theme or is that just something?
It's just something that it's
that
funny.
they like, that
yeah,
they're-
it's
that
they
they're
like, and
into.
it's funny that you bring that up because I've talked to Beefy Boy Rowe, man, and he tells me, he goes, dude, I'm kind of like you know, kind of really burned out from the 80s already. I go, really? I go, well, you're not an 80s, but you're more of a 90s guy. You grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, dude, I'm noticing like, wow, man, because through the years, he was all about the 80s. Now,
I mean, the 80s is only 10 years, so you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
not all of them were cool.
yeah,
You know, like
exactly. And then he's like, dude, I really missed out on the 90s, dude. There was so much cool stuff. I go, bro.
ooh, man, if he's going to start dipping into
yeah,
the 90s,
yeah.
that's going to be fun,
Yeah,
bro,
so
cuz
yeah.
Yeah, that's
the grunge movement, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, exactly.
all that shit.
The
I mean,
90s,
especially because
bro.
they're a lot like they relate to like the movies and the music shit. So there's
Right.
a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
in the 90s, dude.
Right, exactly.
fuck, movies in the 90s, bro. God, so
But
much. dude.
movies in the 90s, what was one that you like? One movie that just sticks out to you? That you're like,
90s?
shit, 90s, this was the movie.
Like fucking
Wayne's
what-
World for sure.
Really?
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. I was more of a Clerks guy. I love
Clerks.
Clerks. I love Clerks.
Dude, I started watching those, like the older ones.
Yeah.
Well, like the early one, because there's only 3.
Yeah.
But I saw the third one. I had never watched any Clerks. I started with
Clerks
the
are
third
good, bro.
one.
Those are good.
And I was like, oh shit. Like I got emotional because, I mean, you know, spoiler alert, but like the dude dies, right? So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck. And like, it got me hooked. I'm like, let me go back and watch this shit. And those are really good movies, dude.
Yeah,
like,
dude, they're
fucking
cool.
really good.
Yeah. Now, the ones the Clerks, I enjoyed the cartoon also when it came out in
Dude, the
in
cartoon
the
was-
mid 90s, late 90s.
Cartoon was cool.
Yeah, the only one that really got me was where they're in France, and he goes, "Hey man, can I get a cigarette?" And he goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, "A cigarette? Oh, you mean you want a fag?" And he goes, "What? That's what they're called here in France. They're called fags."
Fags, yeah.
Well, give me a fag, you fucking cigarette. I go, so I couldn't stop cracking up after that line. But yeah, man, the Silent Bobs and all that stuff, man, they were fun to watch. Yeah, back in the 90s.
Yeah, I would say for sure Wayne's World was a top one
Yeah,
for me.
Wayne's World for sure was.
Uh,
was a top
Drop
one.
Dead Fred was another good
Oh,
one.
that's another good show. That
my
was a
girl,
good
my
movie.
girl likes that one.
That's a really good one. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. That one was a fucking good one. I had like a big crush on Alicia Silverstone, bro. Like growing up. I mean, the biggest
I was
show
talking
from
to
the
this
90s.
with Jess about this.
Really?
I was like, well, when she came out, like the Batman, what for?
Batgirl?
Ever?
Oh,
Batman
yeah,
Returns,
yeah.
Batman
Bat-
Forever,
Batgirl?
I forgot which one.
Yeah.
I think it
Batman
was Forever,
or Batman
right?
Forever.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think it was,
Returns was part 2.
Yeah.
But I was telling her, I was like, man, I was kind of into Alicia Silverstone back in
Yeah,
the day,
bro.
dude, for
Yeah.
sure.
Dude, like especially because growing up, like my parents were young parents, so like
Yeah.
they were still, you know, enjoying their youth, you know, for the most part with my sister and I there watching shows with them. And one was Married with Children, bro.
Oh,
Okay.
with
And that's
what's her
where I
name?
really got like you know, that was probably my first like celebrity crush was Alicia Silverstone.
Okay,
dude.
on
Nice.
that's.
Oh no,
that-
that's
Christina Applegate.
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 Yeah.
Christina Applegate.
That's who I had in mind.
Yeah, okay.
Alicia Silverstone's hot though.
yeah. The first time I
She's
saw.
from Don't Tell Mama Babysitter's Dead.
Yeah.
They're blonde and white, bro. I don't know. They're both hot.
I know Alicia Silverstone when she first came out. I saw her in an Aerosmith video on MTV, with Steven Tyler's daughter, with what's her name?
Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler.
Dude.
When they came on that video, I was like,
Crazy.
Oh yeah,
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
it was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Dude,
I always thought it was a little fucking weird though that he would let his daughter come out in a music video like that. I was like, oh, you kind of fucking creepy,
Dude,
bro.
he would,
like
he
for
would
allowing
try
your daughter
dating
like
some
that.
of her friends, dude. When they would,
yeah, for sure. He definitely would.
He was like, Dad, she's not old enough. That's all right. I'm like, Jesus.
Back in the day, it was crazy.
Steven
bro.
Tyler definitely been to Epstein Island, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm pretty sure his name's on that
Doubt
list.
it.
They played a couple.
Or he probably had
concerts
his
there.
own.
Man.
He probably had his own island, dude.
No shit.
Those fucking guys got a
Those
shitload
guys
of
were
money.
doing fucking hardcore drugs back then, bro.
Bro,
Yeah, man.
here's a question, bro. I know you guys are really into conspiracies, bro, and this is something that my
Hey.
wife and I have talked a lot about. Do
I
you
need, like, a
believe
conspiracy drop or something, right? Like,
right?
dun,
With
dun,
the
dun, dun.
X file stars,
Yeah,
or
something
like
like that.
that. Hey, like idea.
Yeah.
Do you believe? I mean,
No.
there's so many. No, I don't believe. Wrong. There's a separate island for these dead celebrities?
Oh, interesting.
Because I mean, you seen the video of
Well,
Michael Jackson.
You come to
of
the right place.
and
I know.
Michael Jackson coming out of the van, walking. They declare him dead, and then they show the video where he's stepping out of the van, walking into the hospital. There's been pictures of him, pictures of someone that kind of looks like him, already old, old and gray already. He's letting himself go, and then you have a lot of other stuff where he's saying bullshit.
Salud.
I got the sneezies.
That's the
Too much corte.
that's the conspiracy chip they put in you already, bro. While you were asleep.
Start sneezing.
That's what anal probing is all about. But
Oh. How'd you know?
well,
how'd you know I had that
I've been
done?
there. Let's just say I've been there. Thin fingers. But yeah, do you believe maybe there's a separate island somewhere else that we don't know about?
Dude, I believe that there is land out there that we regular people do not know of for sure, bro.
Like uncharted land, like
Exactly.
stuff
Uncharted
that
land.
isn't on Google Maps.
Stuff that's not on Google Maps, that's not on maps, or maybe in old school maps that they flushed out
Right.
so people won't keep learning about the old maps and shit.
Right.
Because you see old maps like from way back then, bro. Like you can like I don't know, I guess like research them or something.
Right.
And there's like more land out there, bro. Like, and then if you go back and believe all the stuff, how we're like this, and then there's the wall, and then
Right.
more land outside of that, man.
Right.
We're actually just in this spot when it's like more like this spot and
Right.
shit. Like, who knows, man? Like, I always go in with the thinking of like, who knows, man? Like 50-50 kind of thing. I'm never like never doubted.
We're gonna go deeper in a rabbit hole here now. Check this out, and this is something I've been doing for the longest time, really researching and stuff. Shit, FBI's gonna show up in a minute.
Whoa.
But if you really think about it, I mean, I think these islands existed maybe in the early '60s, maybe the late '50s. These islands were discovered, and the government went ahead and said, you know what, let's do our things on these islands and do whatever we want, sell it to the highest bidder, and we tell nobody about it. We don't classify it on the maps. Period. Then through the years, you find all these planes that start disappearing, flying over destinations that maybe they see an island that's not there, that's not supposed to be on the map, but it's there, and they get shot down. And then they say, oh, well, the plane was lost. We don't know what happened to it.
That's a good conspiracy.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
pretty good.
You
That's a
know,
good one.
that's something that's really hit me in the back of my mind.
Because there has been planes that,
Yeah.
and then there's been a lot of people that
just disappear.
vanish, or celebrities get into some shit,
Yep.
and they need it's like, hey, you can stay alive, but you're gonna have to fucking stay in that motherfucking island out there and not fucking
Right.
just live out there.
Like faking their deaths, pretty
Yeah,
much.
for sure, people have faked their death, bro.
Oh,
For
there's too many.
sure,
There's too
for
many.
sure.
Yeah.
Dude, Kenny Powers faked his death, dude.
If Kenny
I've been
Powers can do it,
I've been watching Eastbound and Down.
I love
like,
it, bro.
I
love
started
Eastbound
watching.
and
I
Down.
just started watching the series, man. I was watching.
Bro,
I think I'm on second season two.
Season two, the
Okay.
Mexico one.
Yes.
That's a good one,
my
bro.
God.
That's my favorite, bro. Oh, I love that
Wow,
shit.
man.
I think I'm on the last season. I'm already on the season where he like faked his death and then came back and shit.
I haven't seen that yet. So,
Oh, spoiler!
it is what it is.
But you'd never seen the show before?
I had never seen the show, but actually,
Oh.
my buddy Ro had told me about it. He goes, "You got to watch the show."
Yeah, dude.
And I first
Dude,
watched
I love
it.
that character, dude.
Right.
Kenny Powers, like
He's awesome,
He's
bro.
the man I want to be.
Dude, you watch the series and you're like, hell yeah, dude.
Like I wish I had
This guy
that
has-
confidence and
Yes.
mentality,
the
dog.
most
Like,
confidence and
Right.
just the most. It's so funny, bro.
I watched the first. It was funny because I go, all right, I'll give it a shot. I started watching the first season, and the first episode, and when he
First
starts
episode is
making fun of that kid looking like Shrek and
Oh, yeah.
all that stuff. Remember that kid down the street? He started throwing these words. I don't want to say the words on here. But
Retard.
yeah, there you go. Thank you. And I kind of giggled. They're like, my wife saw me watching. They go, what are you watching? Like, oh crap! I'll turn this off and see them all. And so I went back and saw it on my own. Dude, it's comedy, bro. I mean, it's
Yeah.
comedy. And
it's raw, real comedy, bro.
yeah,
Like,
you know.
One of the best series
Yeah.
out there, bro.
And
I fucking love
that's
it.
another thing. That's another thing. My wife and I talk about. You know, people are so sensitive nowadays to the comedy. Now, you can't do comedy like it was back in the day. You know
Yeah.
how it was, and you know people are so critical to it now. And there's some pros and cons to it. I understand, but sometimes you just need to laugh a little bit. And it kind of hurts. 'cause
You need
it's
to let
somebody-
the intrusive
feel-
thoughts come out, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what comedy, like good comedy, really is.
Yeah.
It's the intrusive thoughts. It's like what Bernie Mac. I was a big Bernie Mac
So
fan.
was I. So was I.
And he's
I was
like,
a
and-
Big Mac fan. Still am.
Se no te lea, órale, woo.
No, but Bernie
420.
Mac says in the Kings of Comedy special, he says like you're thinking it like I'm just not scared to say it. Like
Yeah,
not
exactly.
don't quote me
Yeah.
word for word, but
Right.
that's what he's
Yeah.
saying. Like
Yeah.
is that he's just saying what you're
Dude.
too scared to say,
Right.
and it's true, bro. And that's
Yeah.
good comedy right
Yeah.
there.
I think now, dude, with all these new young comedians like rising up and shit,
Yeah.
these are the guys that are talking shit, bro, like
Yeah.
they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a resurgence of that soon.
Yeah.
I hope
like
so,
of
dude.
like these guys going into movies and making fucking movies funny again, bro, where
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want in the movies, you know?
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
it's just that cancel culture is so.
It was
It's,
a-
just,
it-
it's
it-
such a.
It was a phase, bro. I actually think we're phasing out of that shit.
I hope
yeah,
so.
it's
I think so.
it's just it was to the point where you were doing comedy out of someone else's expense. I think that's what it was, you know. But when you really think about it, it's like, bro, you have some of these black comedians that make fun of themselves. You have Mexicano comedians that make fun of the culture, you know, and it's something that as someone growing up from the 70s to the 80s, 90s, now growing to the 2000s and the 20s and teens and 20s, you know, you see the way it has evolved in time. You know, you go back to Richard Pryor. His
Richard
comedy
Pryor's
was
still one of my favorites.
he was raw as hell, dude.
Oh, yeah,
raw
for
as
sure.
hell. He didn't give a shit. And then you come to Eddie Murphy, you know, and you get all these. You got George Carlin, and you got all these other ones.
Chris Rock.
That's
was
another one.
fucking
That's
raw
another
as
one.
shit
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, and
Like raunchy shit, and
Yeah.
and I was a little like whoa because growing up, I mean we weren't really allowed to like watch. Like my parents would watch certain movies with us, but there was movies that they would watch that they didn't want us to watch because
Right.
they were a little more on the raunchy side.
right, exactly.
So I remember when I first saw like a Chris Rock special, one of his like older ones. I remember thinking like, oh fuck, like can I laugh at this? Like, is that okay to say
Yeah.
that? But like, that's fucking awesome. Like that's just another wall broken down in the comedy world, bro. Like,
Yeah, I hear you, and it's funny because you say that. I have a theory of the baby boomer language. And I brought this up to a friend of mine. And go, there's a baby boomer language that it's slowly fading away. I guess you could say politically correct wise. So, I mean, think about it. It's like, and my son caught me in it. It was freaking me out because he goes like, I'll tell you guys. Maybe you grew up more or less in my era. And you go, the throwing stars. What's the correct term?
a Ninja Star.
Okay,
Yeah.
that you say ninja star. What's another term? Do you know? No. Back in the day, we used to call them Chinese stars.
Oh, Chinese stars.
That is not the correct term. That is a baby boomer term. The correct term is shurgans. That's what they're called. When they
It
hear
was
some-
Chinese stars.
Yeah.
Give me buy me Chinese stars.
Exactly, you know, and that's a baby boomer
That is
vocabulary.
crazy. Yeah.
You know, they're back And I don't want to say it, but it's like back in the racist days.
Yeah.
That's what it was. It's like the sword, like a sword. What is it called? The
Ninja sword.
Ninja sword. Other people say what? Samurai sword, right?
Samurai
now
sword.
we're known as what? A katana, right? That's the correct
That's
term.
true,
You
yeah.
know, it's that baby boomer language.
I've noticed that because like my daughter, my
And
daughter's
it's like,
into,
holy shit, you're right.
like my
I was-
daughter's
I was
very
young and
into
racist.
like she's into anime type of shit, like
Right.
not heavily yet, but
Right.
like she just, I guess some cartoons to her are cute or the illustrations or whatever.
Right.
And we'll occasionally walk into like anime stores, like at the outlets or at the mall.
Yeah.
And I'll say some shit like that, like, "Oh, look at that ninja sword," and like the guy's like, "Oh, the katana." I'm like, "Man, fuck you, dude! Like, don't be correcting me, bro! Like, fucking nerd!" Like,
It's the politically correct.
Yeah.
You know, that's
but it all goes back to like not wanting to like offend people, you know. And I'm just
Exactly.
like, dude, like, fuck all that, man.
Yeah.
Like,
But also, man, some people get offended. Like,
yeah.
chill out, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like chill out, bro.
Yeah.
There's no reason to get too offended like that.
like there's
over
this
something.
video my friend actually sent it to me, a white boy, like he's from Alamo. He lives in Houston now, but he's from Alamo, so he experienced racism, like reverse racism, because he was the only, like probably the only two white guys in school,
Right.
and he would get picked on. You know, I would pick on him a lot. I'd see him and be like, "Kubi," you know, like, and like, damn, dude. Like
See, that's comedy right there. Yeah.
But like
Bad, but
he
it's
told
comedy.
me, he's like, "You remember, bitch?" Like when I'm like, "Yeah, I do. I'll never forget." Like, you know, it's
Right,
fucking
right,
funny.
right.
But like, he sent me a video where there's a white guy walking around like a university dressed in like a poncho and a sombrero, and he's asking all these different race kids, like black and Asian and white kids too,
Right,
like, and it's a
right.
white boy, and he's like, is my outfit offensive? And they're like, yeah, because, well, what do you know about that culture? Like every response was very similar.
Yeah, I've
and
seen
then,
that.
and then
I've
he
seen that
goes
one.
to like the Mexican side
Yeah.
of town, and he's going up to like even older people,
Yes.
and he's like, hey, is my outfit offensive? Like, no, you look good. Like,
Yeah,
you know, and I'm just
exactly.
like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
people are
exactly.
just I think some of them are genuinely like concerned for other people's feelings that it might
Right,
hurt, but I think
right.
most people are just like going along with that trend, you know,
Right,
like,
exactly.
dude, like it's he looks like a Mexican, like, you know, it's
Yeah.
funny, you know, like
Yeah.
how is that offensive, you know, like
exactly. It's just, I think people now, well, generation nowadays. I hate using the word snowflake because I just don't like it, but it's just, it's a little too politically incorrect. You got to step back just a little bit. I mean, you can go as far as school back when we were kids, man. We were taught about how the United States became the fight of the Louisiana Purchase, the fight, the Alamo, all that stuff. You know, we were always thought that, I hate to use the word, the whites were right for getting this.
Anglo-Saxons.
Anglo-Saxons, that's correct. Let's use that word. Anglo-Saxons were correct. And that's why America is
the
America.
wasps.
And you go back and you look at it, but you know, this was Mexico's land, bro. I mean, it belonged to them. Who were they to come in and take that? You know, and it goes both ways. I mean, was it for the better? Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we are the USA. We
I
are
mean,
part of the United States.
compare
It's great.
our
Yeah.
politics to Mexico's politics.
Exactly.
Like, can't be that mad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But you know, you really look at it, you're like, what happened to the other history? You know, the genocide of in for the Native Americans, what the people did to them, and you know, the Trail of Tears, and what happened to all that? Why weren't we taught that when we were young? You
Because
know, it was
they were choosing what for us to learn
Exactly.
instead of putting everything that, you know.
Now, if we would've learned that at
our
a young
real
age-
past, bro. If we learned about our real past, crazy. back in the
Like,
day.
so white people came over here on a boat and took over this land, right?
Yeah.
They took, where the Indians were.
right.
So Mexicans did the same
Allegedly.
thing, though. And
Yep.
that's why a lot of Indians from Mexico
well,
don't
this was
like.
Mexico where
Yeah,
we're at,
yeah.
right? It
Well,
was
yeah,
Mexico.
but it was actually native land.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was actually Native Americans here
Yeah.
before the Mexicans. The Mexicans
Yeah.
took over them, and then
Yeah.
the whites took over what was left of them, and
Exactly.
that's why the Mexicans and the whites went to war
Yep.
for Texas, dog.
Exactly.
Knowledge.
Knowledge. Drop it.
Sh-
The
man,
more
shout
you
out
know.
to knowledge, bro.
Where's that star?
Like, I
man?
don't know
Where's that
too
star
much
at?
of that, but
I think we're blowing Andy's
don't
mind
know,
right
too
now.
much knowledge.
It's because I love to racism, and you gotta know like a little bit of it.
Yeah,
Like
I hear you, man. I hear
If somebody
you.
were to ever like come up to me like, yeah, I know enough to back myself up, so let me
Right.
be racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in the sake of comedy, like
Yeah.
I literally hate everybody the same. Every race the same. I love
Even my own.
No, yeah. I love the people. I love the
Right.
person for
Yeah.
how they are and who they are.
Yeah,
Their where their hearts are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been like micro racist, like, or I don't know what how do you call it when somebody's racist towards you? Well, I've been a victim of racism by
Victim alert.
by Mexican people, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I was in the oil rigs, there was this one guy that like he didn't like me because I can speak both English and Spanish, and he would talk shit to me and about me. Like it would come back to
So,
me
nah,
that
fuck
this
that,
guy was
bro.
saying that. I'm just like, fuck you.
And I totally
Fucking
understand.
beaner?
Bean. Oh wait, me too. No, but I totally understand. And I've been in cases where I'm working somewhere and a guy tells me, "Pues, ¿dónde fuiste a la escuela?"
Pinche gringo.
Because I don't know something. I'm like, I go, "Where'd you go to school?" And he go, "Mexico." "Oh, really? Oh, okay." And the inner side of me wants to say, "Then why the fuck did you come over
Yeah.
here? Why are you so smart? Stay where you were at." But that's not me, man. That's not me. My parents raised me up because
Those are your intrusive
they
thoughts,
go,
though.
yeah, those intrusive thoughts. But I want to spit out, but I don't because I think of it's going to lead to something else.
Yeah, trouble.
It's going to lead to trouble. So I'll go, just smile, walk away.
Yeah.
So that's
it.
why you come on this platform and you let it all out.
That's
dude.
right.
Let out those
That's
intrusive
right.
thoughts. Let out those intrusive thoughts.
No, man. But yeah, dude, it's weird going back to the whole baby boomer language thing. It's always been there. We just never noticed it.
Like honky.
Yeah.
Like for white people, that's what you would, or cracker. Cracker
Yeah.
and honky.
It's something, yeah,
Those
derogative.
words are like
Yeah.
dying out. Like
Those-
white
yeah.
bread was kind of like from our era, like fucking white bread. I used to call Kubi white bread. So
They used to call me Milky, so
Milky,
Milky-
it
Miklo?
fits. It fits.
like
Leche.
the amount of times that I heard Miklo like growing up, like in high school and all that shit.
Little blood in, blood out, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's why. That just because I was like Güero, they would call me Miklo all the time.
no, there's a difference between güero and white as fuck. You're white as fuck.
I'm not
dog.
white as fuck, bro.
I was güero growing up. I'm a little more tan now, but I was güero. You're
Right.
white as fuck, dog.
Yeah.
Like, ain't no güero.
Stop it, dude. You're hurting Annie's feelings. Leave it alone, dude.
No, I have no feelings.
I have no soul. No, man. But yeah, like I said, man, it's a politically incorrect thing. It's all over the place, man. I think we as Americans, we need to just loosen up a little bit, man. We're too uptight. The whole political thing that's going on, it's happening, bro.
For sure.
I got so much stuff to say about that, but I'm not gonna say it, because I really don't want to get into it. But we just gotta relax and hey, take a step back, breathe, and let's just go back to the way things used to be. Relax,
Yeah, man. Like,
Relax.
don't be so uptight, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that because of the uptightness, it's made people so much more like fragile to stuff. You know, like because there was a time where Richard Pryor, like he was a super racist comic, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah, for sure.
towards blacks and towards whites and towards Mexicans, but
Yeah.
it was fucking hilarious. Like you couldn't get mad at the shit he was saying because it was.
Some of it was
Like,
It was
kinda-
true. It was
stereotypes
like-
stereotypes are
stereotyping,
stereotypes for a
but
reason. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, you'd see that in whatever he was making jokes about. Like that community would see that in that community.
Exactly.
like early George Lopez stand up too, bro.
Yeah.
Super stereotypical shit,
Yeah.
but it's relatable and it's fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Like,
and
you know
he would
someone
talk
like
a
that
lot
or some
about
shit,
like
you know?
our culture, but then he would include the whites a little bit.
And a little bit.
Devin, when he would like make fun of that, like the names and shit.
yeah.
And
He
and
would
then
make
he
funny-
would
funny-
include everybody and
Yeah.
and everybody loved, most people loved him
Yeah.
for it,
Yeah.
and yeah, man, I'm hoping that the
It'll-
snowflakiness is dying out a little, bro.
Let,
Because
let that melt away slowly, pretty much. Yeah, I got
pun
you.
intended.
Yeah, let that melt away a little bit.
With melted with this fake sun we have
Yeah.
Fake
Oh,
sun.
here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
with
What?
the lamp in the sky.
The
And
lamp
I'm
in-
just
oh,
like-
this guy.
I just play. I just play.
Jesus Christ.
that's
Chill
a
out,
major
chill out.
light bill, dog.
Oh, my
Chill out, chill
God.
out.
Jesus. Which brings me to another conspiracy. Now,
Hey, the Vikings had picked, like they already picked.
oh damn it, who'd they get?
They got J.J. McCarthy,
Oh shit,
quarterback.
quarterback. It's about time. Hopefully, we get a good quarterback this year, man. Really hoping for that good quarterback. I got tired of Kirk Cousins. He gave me headaches and blood pressure and heart attacks.
He's a good quarterback, bro.
Shut up, dude. You don't know nothing.
Statistically, he's a good quarterback, but it's just I don't know. He can't go into like
He's not-
He can't make a run to the playoffs, bro.
He's not what we are, buddy. He's not consistent. That's what he is, all right?
Got to be able to make that playoff push, bro.
It's like that cherry curl, Luther Vandross. It just never really came all the way down.
Yeah, it was just wavy.
Exactly. But yeah, man. I was gonna bring up guests that you guys have on the podcast, man. You had some wild guests, bro. I think one of the guests I like you had on is the gentleman from what's the name of that show? That's he was played as a Native American on it, bro.
Dan Warrior.
Yes.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yes,
that was
dude.
awesome.
I mean, take me a little bit about that interview, bro. That was. How did you get him on, dude? That's freaking amazing, bro.
By just
Yellowstone.
friends, bro. I have a friend who has this music studio, and he shout out to Gem Cutter Studios.
There you go. Oh, there it is.
But shout out to them. But shout out to G. But he was actually recording him for voiceovers for National Geographic.
Oh shit.
Oh damn!
And
there you go.
and so he was doing it at the studio, and that guy left, right? And then he hit me up, and he's like, "Hey, bro," he goes, "Dude, I just had this guy in here. It was pretty crazy, bro. I was recording him for this and stuff. Like, you should hit him up, like, to see if he wants to fucking talk about something or
That's
whatever."
badass, man. That's badass.
And I ended up hitting him up, and he got back to me. He's from Oklahoma or something, but he actually resides in like Port Isabel, like in Port Isabel.
Wow.
And so he's living out there, bro. Moved his family out here to the beach life, and
That's awesome.
And crazy story, bro. Crazy story about like he was in college. He was gonna go basketball and then all this stuff, and because he's tall, dude.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
6'10" or something like that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude,
And,
tall man, bro.
Dude, when I was talking with him, when I met him, I was like,
Dude, he's
"What's
just
up,
like
dude?"
He's
But
probably like
he's-
as tall as one of us sitting down.
dude.
Yeah.
But he was like the fucking coolest guy, bro. Like the energy, that podcast, we went off, bro. We're talking about the stars and fucking.
I heard that.
We're
podcast,
going
dude.
off about all that shit, bro. But it was really cool, man. It was really cool meeting that guy and all the stuff that he's doing now and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was fucking cool. But yeah, dude, it was just that. My friend hit me up and he's like, "You should hit him up. Maybe he'll talk to you or something." And I
Right.
did, and we set it up over there in Port Isabel. So
That's badass, dude. That's badass. Yeah, it was crazy when I saw him. Like, dude, man, this guy's just Yellowstone is like one of the hottest commodities right now. That's
Yeah,
going on
dude.
TV. And when I saw him, I go, dude, that is freaking epic, bro. That is awesome.
Yeah,
Kudos to you guys, man. That was badass.
yeah, it was pretty crazy, bro. I was like, it was just cool talking with them, man. Like getting on that energy talk and all that stuff. I love all that shit. And so I was like having a good time.
Yeah, that was awesome, bro. And then on top of that, watching that prior to that, when I was it was about actually last year, 6 months passed before right now, 6 months before. I know Johnny was doing his own podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
listening to that bad boy every single. Your podcasts were interesting, bro.
Thanks, man.
The whole thing you
Oh,
were
yeah,
coming
dude.
back with about going. First of all, going clean as far as not drinking anymore and all that good stuff. I'm like, wow, man, Johnny's doing it, man. That's awesome, bro. That's good to hear, bro.
Thanks, bro.
That was good to hear, and
Appreciate
I
it.
enjoyed listening to his podcast also, bro.
Thanks, man.
They were
Yeah,
fun to listen
I
to.
mean, it was fun, and I would get really nervous because I did probably half of those episodes by myself, and I
Yeah.
would think like, "The fuck am I gonna talk about?" Like, you know, like. But I
Yeah.
mean,
But
I'm
it
just
would come out,
naturally
bro.
ramble on,
It would
and
come out.
Right.
by the time I knew it, I'd look at the time. I was like, "Oh shit, I talked a lot," you know, like
right.
And there was few times that my homeboy Matt would sit in
Yeah.
with me and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
looked forward to those because
Yeah.
he always had something to like bring to the table.
Something
and,
to bounce off of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
like, I mean, the episodes where I'm, on my own, it was just a lot of like oversharing of my own personal shit. But
Right.
I don't know. I got a lot of good feedback from people that would listen. You would hit me
Yeah,
up and
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and people would just be like, dude, like that was a good episode. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't even
dude.
think people who were tuning in,
Right.
like it was just like a form of therapy for me, bro.
That's
like
good.
really,
That's good. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes
Yeah.
you need that. Yeah, man. I would listen to it every time you would release one. I had to go to SoundCloud look for it.
Yeah.
But I would tune into it and listen to it. Like, wow, man, Johnny, man, he's doing it. He's bringing everybody in a journey that he's going through. I mean, it was a how can I say, a personal repair, reflecting on
that's
yourself.
That's what
Yeah.
it was like, bro. It was like
Yeah,
all the stuff that you were going through during that moment.
yeah.
And you were just talking about it all, and
Yeah.
you didn't give a fuck. Like you were telling it how it is and shit.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it helped a lot doing it. It helped me get through some shit that I was
That's
going
good.
through in those times.
That's good. That's
and
good.
yeah, man. Thank you again. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
dude.
man. I mean, like I said, I tend to try to keep on taps. It's like my wife tells me, you're like a dad or something. I go, why? You're always keeping tabs on all these podcasts. I go, sometimes you want to reach out and see what they're doing, how they're doing and, where they at and stuff like that. You don't want to just throw them under the rug and say, yeah, okay, we're done with that. We're done with that series. No, you want to reach out, see what's going on, see how everything's playing out on their side of the woods, man. Because,
Yeah.
you just gotta keep the open lines available. You can't just
for
drown
sure, dude.
anybody out.
Yeah.
And I've tried reaching out to Fred, and Fred's truck driving now and stuff like that, and he had a great concept that he wanted to start doing potting on his semi. And like, dude, that's
fucking cool, dude.
freaking awesome, dude. See if we can get some lot lizards. But and the one that I tried to reach out to was the other Fred. And
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw, man. I go, damn, man. That's my boy, man. Because that's the guy who did
dude.
would do the Oprah. He almost made me cry on his podcast feel, man. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, what's going on? But I take it he's busy. So I never got a response. Like, hey, man, I wish him well, man. And
He's
hope doing
chasing
good.
that bag,
There you go.
For sure,
There you go.
yeah.
Man. So
as the kids say nowadays.
yeah, there you go. But I mean, keeping up with everybody and then all these new podcasts that have been popping up, and
Yeah, dude, they're popping up.
the Mickey Show in Harlingen, I was in that podcast. Also with Ethan and Snunny's podcast in Annie Bird, and so on and so forth. So many different pods, bro. And like, wow, they're like popping out of the network left and right. And then you got some of these podcasters that start off, and they're on for like 3 weeks and then they disappear.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I hope these guys understand when you do a podcast, it's not all gonna happen in one show.
Yeah.
And go.
Oh, yeah,
It's a growing process. You got to grow your fans. You got to grow your subscribers. It takes time. I mean, look at yourself. Look at myself and the Beefy Boy Bros. I mean, you have your subscribers already. You have your followers, but you didn't get it all in one day. You didn't get it all in 1
for
week.
sure.
Not even a month. Not even 2. It took us about at least 6. It took me about a year, maybe a year and a half, to finally say, "Hey, man, I got people following
Yeah,
now.
people
People
are
subscribing
They're
now."
tuning in.
people
Yeah,
are-
exactly.
are all that shit,
And then
yeah.
some of these new podcasters would come in like, "Oh man, I'm out, man. I only got like 3 followers. That's it. I'm done." Bro, you can't give up. You got to keep going, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
You buy all this equipment.
We had 3 followers for like the first year. I know.
That was my mom, my dad.
It was our
and
2
my
friends.
sister.
It was our 2 friends that we were 2 of them.
It was you and the other guy, dog.
We were following ourselves.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, man. Well, like with the feedback podcast, I did my last episode with the homeboy Slugs and Matt. And Slugs is actually the guy that I grew up with. Well, I grew up with both, but like we grew up playing in bands together.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
showed me
yeah.
how to do music, like how to like produce on Fruity Loops. And he's actually the creator of the theme song for that podcast.
Right.
So that's a really good episode.
Yeah,
but-
dude, that one was
but
awesome.
I haven't, like, the file's fucked up, so
Oh.
I haven't gotten a chance to put it out. And he hit me up. He's like, dude, did you not like that episode? Like, how come you haven't put it? I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, I'm just.
I forgot
Technology, bro.
I forgot to push record.
Technology.
Yeah, like I'm just like a lazy procrastinator. Like I've always told Andy, like, hey, bro, what website did you use to recover these files?
I told you.
How
I
did
told you
do
like
it?
4 times already.
And I'm gonna have to ask
step
him
to
again.
step,
Yeah,
step by
right.
step what to do.
Yeah, but like my homeboy Matt, the one that would sit in a few times, he's asked me, he's like, you're not gonna do that one anymore. I'm like, yeah, man. I need to get that one out. You know, like I want to stay in order.
Right.
But again, like the whole reason like that I even wanted to do that was just to like kind of have that therapy session, you know, like just to vent out and ramble and whatever the fuck, you know.
And on top of that, I admired Andy. You know, he kept punching at the 956.
Dude, yeah.
And I go at first I was like, oh man, I hope nothing happened between you guys, but no, everything was peachy. You just, you know, I say, hey, I got to deal with some stuff first.
Yeah.
But then Andy said, hey man, I'll just keep going, and you kept going. You kept the show up and running still, and then it all came to a means because you're all back together again. You're doing content again.
Hey.
So that's what it's all about, man.
I have my honey back.
Yeah, hold my hand. Thelma and Louise.
People don't know, but the first episode that we were back, we were holding hands the whole time.
I knew it. I knew what that blurry screen was.
We had our legs crossed like that. Like,
You weren't holding hands. You were holding each
we
other.
were barefoot down here.
Intertwining our toes. But yeah, man. I mean, total respect for you guys, man. I mean, from the point where you know you had to do your thing and do your thing, and then suddenly just coming back to unison again. That crossroad. You know, one went one way, one went the other, but eventually it ended up coming back to the same road again.
Yeah.
and that's awesome, bro. That's good. I'm happy for you guys, man. That's awesome, bro.
thanks, man.
That's awesome.
And on your podcast, so you've been doing it a long time, bro.
Yeah, it sucks.
What would you say your most memorable, like, moment was? I know you've gotten a tattoo on one of your episodes, right?
Yeah, that was with Freddie Honda. He did it actually live on that podcast, and he freaked out because he was like, dude, you're okay. Keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. But yeah, I've gone back with him. I got this one recently also because I started doing the ghost hunting thing. So I was like, yeah, I'll put this as a reminder that I did the ghost hunting thing already.
Dude,
once.
so how's that? Like, well, how'd you get into
I'd
that
be too
shit?
scared, bro. For sure.
Ghost hunting?
I can't do ghost hunting.
The one who really got into it first was my brother Quez.
Yeah.
He really got into it, and I I would make fun. I go, bro, you get scared very easily. What the hell you ghost hunting? No, I don't, dude. No, I don't. I go, yeah, dude, you go fucking goat mode every single time. Now then we come back to goat mode. You ever seen those goats when you scare them? They like, and they just tilt over.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we mean by goat mode. We can't. I told him you need to make a T-shirt that says goat mode.
Yeah,
people
that'd
start
be
asking
funny.
about it. But going back to that, he goes, yeah, man, I'm doing the ghost hunter thing and blah blah blah. And I go, well, I'm gonna give it a shot, dude. So I decided to go on a couple of ghost hunts with Jerry and the guys, man. They're fun,
I
bro.
can't.
The whole thing. This is the way I look at it. When you go ghost hunting, you have to keep in a state of mind that you're out there alone. If it's a close, like say this area, we're gonna investigate. The doors are closed, everything's shut. There's no one in here. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing's gonna hurt you. Nothing.
Nah.
Now, if you go,
that's not my
that's
mindset.
scary, though.
That's
listen,
not my mindset.
listen to me. But think about, look at it this way. You're going into an abandoned home where you know there's squatters, there's snakes, there's raccoons and everything. What would you be more afraid of? Locked up in here investigating, or out in the open when a squatter can be there and pop up and maybe do something to you?
I don't know,
I think
man.
I'd be more scared
wouldn't
of
be-
a locked-in
know.
place.
I'm more comfortable
I'm
being
fucking-
locked in
Because I could like run out or like scream for help and like somebody will hear me.
I can't punch a ghost, bro.
I can get a heart attack from a
I'll
ghost.
punch a squatter, bro, but I can't punch a fucking ghost.
Yeah, like because I mean I've thought about that kind of shit
Right.
too, and my fear is like possessions. Even you know what I'm saying?
that
Because-
goes for the tattoo that I got. If you really read into it, it's supposed to be like kind of a shield for your body not to
Okay.
get possessed. That's the reason why I got it. Another reason because it came
I'm
out
scared
on
of that shit,
Supernatural,
bro.
the show, and they would hold it. They had it inked on their heart. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna get it because this fucking hurts. I'll get it. I'll get it right here. But that was one of the other reasons why I did it.
scared.
Don't, dude. You
Yeah,
shouldn't,
that-
dude. Baby
See,
steps.
If I get a fucking tattoo like that, then I'll go on a ghost hunt. But other than that, dude, like I don't think I
probably still
could,
wouldn't
bro.
go, bro. I wouldn't go.
Baby steps. And what I mean by baby steps, in your own home.
No, don't even mention my own home.
Why are you covering your ears? You got headphones on.
Because
Just in your own home.
my house is fine right now, bro. I don't want to think of anything.
All
in
you
my
have
house,
to do,
man.
and that's the first test. If you can sit in your room with the lights off, no lights at all, put a recorder and just lay down and just ask questions. That's it.
Fuck that.
Ask questions.
Man,
No,
I
hell
already
Do
no.
it for 2
Dude,
minutes.
I already laid down in my home, dark, alone as fuck, all the fucking time. The
Living alone?
last thing I wanna do
Living
is wake
alone is
up and
wild,
hear
bro.
like shit while I'm asleep, bro. Like
Living
I don't
alone is
mind.
wild.
I don't mind hearing like farting and me talking to myself.
What-
but I would be scared.
What
if,
happened
Like,
last Johnny's like, well, let's push play.
fuck that. dude.
ass. What was that?
Like I would be scared because like I've had some crazy dreams where I'm like I'm fighting in my dreams,
Right.
And I would trip out if I like recorded a night that I slept and like
Hell
I'm
no.
talking in my sleep, but something's actually talking back to me. Like fuck
Hell
that,
no.
dude.
I honestly did once. The wife stayed with the in-laws with my son. They stayed over the night, and I came home because I had to work the following day. I put a actual security camera in my bedroom, turned it on, pushed record on my iPad because it's linked to my iPad, and recorded the 8 hours I was asleep, bro. In my room alone, I mean, you would see stuff. You wouldn't see it move instantly, but if you went back and you like speed it up a little bit, you would
Oh, yeah,
see
you
stuff
would see.
move. I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And that's when I started using the EVPs. I started using the meters, checking, and sure enough, there's activity. I'm like, oh shit, there is activity. And my son goes nuts. Really, Dad? I go, yeah, I want to see. And my son's like really into it, dude. And he just turned 13, by the way, and April 13th.
Hey,
April
April
13th, and my
13th.
wife is August 13th.
Hey. Oh shit!
Well, happy
13?
belated, man.
Yeah, 13 and
13 is the
13,
number.
13, 13, 26, which is my birthday. So
Yeah,
that's a
cool.
coincidence. So yeah,
our number is 69.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. But yeah, dude. I mean, my kid gets into it, and he has I bought him all the apps, so he's walking around. Who's here? What do you want? Leave me alone. Blah blah. And
Oh man,
he
I'd
talks
be
to
so
it.
Have you ever fucked with
bro.
a Ouija board?
That I will not go towards.
No?
That I will not
You-
touch in 100 years.
I have, and
Hell
that shit
no.
was
No.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
That-
That was
that shit,
scary.
bro.
That if you're a person, I mean, I'm not really that spiritual person that oh God, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I believe what I believe, whatever.
Sure.
But to me, a Ouija board,
Just satanico.
it's just a key. It's a key.
No, it really is.
It's an open gate key to really reach out. And he's like, oh fuck that.
It's wild, bro. I would not fuck. You would never catch me fucking
see,
with one of those things. Bro,
Number
for
one
sure.
rule: if you ever gonna ghost hunt and you're, do not bring a Ouija board with you because you're just putting
But
yourself
you're
in the
opening
red.
some crazy shit.
Yes, you'll
with
be
that,
opening a
bro,
bunch
for
of
sure.
shit you want to mess with. But yeah,
That's why I keep Slimer here, bro.
But yeah, one day just hit record, throw it in another room, just put record and go sleep in the other room.
Fuck no.
What if you hear someone else farting and not you? Who's that farting in my room?
Who's that?
It's neighbor.
Do I sleep?
Any time, bro, because I literally sleep in total darkness in my house.
Right.
And anytime I hear anything, bro, I just tell myself it's a cat. And I'm happy I have.
Okay, right? Oh, it's a
I'm
cat.
happy I
Okay.
have the cat, bro, because
Hey.
Why is the cat talking?
Because
if I
That's
didn't,
weird.
If I
Dad.
didn't have a cat, then I would really be tripping balls, dog. Like I've had this cat for like about 2 years now, but dude,
I'm waiting for that cat to stand up in your bed. Hello, Johnny.
nah, bro. Like I can't see at night. Like it's pitch black, and this bitch jumps on bed sometimes. I'm like, fucking asshole. Like get
That's
out of
crazy.
here,
That would
dude.
that would
Like,
scare the shit out of me, dude. Remember being just knocked out and a cat fucking jumps on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good to have pets. I'm not gonna lie to you, good to have pets in the household. For any good reason. I mean,
Because they say
varmints or
animals
They
animals
sense
can
stuff.
see
Yeah,
shit,
way
right?
they
sensitive.
definitely sense
They're
stuff.
very sensitive. Yeah, they are. They
That's
are, dude.
crazy.
But yeah, dude,
That is
the
crazy,
whole
bro.
ghost. Think of the only place I've investigated was over here. Two places, right? 2 or 3 places. 3 places. The first one was over here at McAllen Library. We went out there. We caught a couple of EVPs here and there. Some stuff going off. The second one was the Alamo Hotel or San Juan Hotel.
Oh,
Went in there.
yeah.
That one was a pain in the ass because there was a squatter that was just going in and out, till finally we had to call the cops, and the cops finally got him on there, and we got a couple of good things, but not really. There was too much background noise with the cars and stuff like that, so we couldn't really get a good solid hit. The one that we got a lot was at our studio.
I remember seeing little clips of that.
Yeah, we got some at our studio. I've gotten pictures of a little girl that comes into our studio, stands by the trash can, disappears. There's a point where Quez is recording and he has a video recorder, and you see a shadow going right through the door.
Yeah, that was like the first clip that you guys ever. Yeah, I remember that one.
And the second was on the third floor, which, by the way, guys, you cannot go over there without permission. Just let you know right now, so those that are watching or listening, because we've already got a couple people that got in trouble. On the third floor, we have this little pyramid with an antenna. It's a very sensitive thing, and the only way it goes off is you have to touch the antenna. So we put it right in the center, in the lobby, in the middle of that hallway. And Jerry, myself, and Quez, we're walking around. I had the meter, the little meter. I call it the AK meter. Ghostbusters, chinga. Walking around looking for spots, hot spots. Nothing. And then all of a sudden, I go to this door, a steel door, and I put it up, and it's going like crazy. And I'm not down here. I'm like up here. It's like reading red. Like, there's probably something on the other side. And I brought it down. I walked over, and it died out. And I went to the other side. It was dead. I'm like, okay, it's weird. And I come back to this door. On the top where I had it, dead. Okay, that's weird. And suddenly you hear a bang on the door I was at. So I run that way, and I put the meter, and that thing's like, it's spiking. I'm like, oh shit. I go, something's here, Jerry. Something's here. And as soon as I say that, the meter goes down, and the thing in the back of us is in the hallway. The little pyramid goes, zzz, like shit. We run back over there. We sit down, and I'm sitting there, and we start asking the questions. It goes, are you here with us? And you hear zzz by itself. And I go, do you want us to leave? Zzz. It just goes out like, all right, let's just leave it alone. Let's go downstairs. Bro. And we had the camera there.
I can't do it.
We had the camera, and you would see these orbs that would just come down around it. And then it would just float back up. And I go, they're dust balls. That's what it is. Dust. Bro, there was one that would just sloop around. And go, it's a bug, bro. That camera doesn't pick up bugs. It just picks up dust. It'll automatically flick pictures of it. It picks up if it's an insect, it will not go off. It only picks up movement, and that's all we saw, just like little stuff around that thing, and it was going off on its own.
Have you ever heard like a clear like voice like anytime, and what did it say?
My brother caught one at a trailer home. That's what I'm saying. Better to be locked up in a place than go somewhere that's abandoned. He went to a trailer home where supposedly the story is that a lady was murdered there by her husband, and the husband committed suicide, killed himself there also.
Definitely not going
so
there, bro.
They went in there, and they had the lights on, but in the back room, it was black, just as black as that flag. You couldn't even see inside, that black. And my brother's like, dude, I'm videotaping. In that room, you see like kind of like a smog look. And they put the camera down, they would see it, and they would put by the naked eye, but they would put the camera up again, and you would see it, and you would see the light flicker, like trying to focus. Because cameras are sensitive. Any camera you get, you put a camera on, it's going to try to focus on whatever's there. Yeah. If nothing's there, it just stays still. If something moves, it starts focusing on its own. So it starts focusing on its own, and he just starts taking pictures. Think nothing of it. And they're doing EVPs. They leave, the whole situation happened. I'm not even going to go over that. They left. They go back to the studio. They're going over the material. He's going through the pictures, and sure enough, he's looking at the picture. You see a silhouette of a lady in the corner. I mean, she's just standing there looking at him, and they're like, "What the?" And then they go over the EVP, and you hear, you hear the like a moan or a scream in the background. Exactly. No, it's just you hear the. That's all you hear. You're like, and they tried slowing it down, and it just gets worse. I go, dude, don't mess with that. Just leave it alone, dude. And he goes, no, we gotta display it. And sure enough, they put it all over the website, and bro, that thing got like I don't know how many hits, bro. And people are trying to look for that trailer home, and they go, we can't disclose where it's at. But people are like, where'd you get it? Where want to go? I'm like, no, we can't disclose it. We can't disclose it.
So it was in Donna.
Damn it, you know where it exactly was at. No, and we've been to other places. They've invited us to other places in Harlingen and Mission, and I know we have one.
Have you ever gone to the Asylum?
That's one we got invited to. We might be going that soon.
You need to do that.
And they went to the Edinburgh Museum, They did some pictures around the
The
noose.
museum's pretty wild
The
too.
noose that's up there. I think my brother was saying like around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. They had the camera on and they're watching it through the whole night. It's still, there's no AC up there, so there's no air. You just see this noose start swinging left to right. And I told my brother, well, you know the story, right? It's only been one person that's been hanged in any bird. After that one person, everybody says, fuck that, we're not getting hung in this motherfucker. So they called it legit, but only one person got hung there. So you might have caught something. He goes, yeah, but no voice activity, no nothing. We have a lot of bloopers where they get scared, but yeah, that's all they caught. But it's interesting, man. You should invite you one of these days so you can come check it out.
I'm
I
scared.
should have brought this up in the beginning of the episode, dude. Now I'm gonna go home with all these thoughts.
I know,
dog.
dude.
Like,
That's
fuck.
why I'm over here like, hey, this is on the draft. I mean,
Who's the Vikings are up. Here we go.
again.
Here we go. Who'd they pick, man?
Look at this fucking avocado
Get
suit
up.
ass motherfucker.
Woo. Bet you he's the new quarterback.
Dallas Turner.
There you go. What is he? He's a wide receiver. What are we looking at here? Oh, defensive end, right? Yep. Oh, there you go. We got some good defensive ends there, man.
Damn.
There you go. But yeah, dude. Going back to that, it's fun. It's fun and interesting at the same time, bro. You just need to know how to pick and choose the places you go. We've got invited to weird places where.
Have you ever had anything that like attaches
No,
to you?
That's one thing we do before we
That's what I'm scared
we investigate. We always do a prayer real quick. Number one rule: never pick anything up and bring it with you. You leave it alone. It was put there for a reason.
I wouldn't even touch anything, dude. Fuck
that's
that.
I know,
Not
dude,
even
I
that neither.
wouldn't-
That's why when I go, I usually wear gloves, so I try not to have any of my DNA or anything touch anything.
They'll find me, yeah.
Oh, look for me. But yeah, everywhere. Oh, that's funny. Why are there splatters on the wall? That must have been a murder. No, but yeah, dude, that's number one rule. We never bring anything back. I could tell you a story that I did bring something back at as a young age when I was dating my wife at the time. Well, no, actually, we had just gotten married. I think we were like a year into the marriage. There was a house in front of my friend's, right across my friend's house. It was abandoned. And we decided to go check it out. We were all drunk. And, let's go check it out, guys. Let's go. So we went across. We opened the door. We got in. We walked in. It was an abandoned house, whatever. My buddy sees a room with a... This is going to creep you guys out. Don't get creeped out, man. Yeah, hold his hand. My buddy finds a room, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, with a crib in it. The crib's right against the window. So, and the window's closed, right? There's no air coming in. And it has that chime that's always on top like that.
Yeah.
And we're in there, and we walk in there, my buddy goes, dude, this is the creepiest shit ever seen. No shit, dude, this is fucking creepy. And he goes, oh, look, there's a baby shoe on the side of the window. And I grab it like, I'm going to hold on to it, fuck it. I'll take it as a souvenir that we walked in here, blah, blah. No, I wish that's what it was.
Fuck that.
The chime starts going. It starts going. No music, just starts turning. My buddy goes, shit. I go, holy crap. Everybody starts running out of the house. There's this branch that was in the way. My buddy goes under it. I see it. I push it. My cousin's behind me. Wham! Smacks him flat in the ground.
Oh, shit.
So, but I hold the shoe. I have the shoe with me. So it is what it is, right? So I get it, and I'm driving. I have it in the front of the car, and I'm driving to go pick up the wife. So my wife, my in-laws used to live in a little town called Granjeno, Texas. It's a little town right by Honduras Park, way out there south, Sherry Road, going all the way to the back. Literally, the border is like not even 100 yards away. That the river's right there. So I'm driving out there, and mind you, this is before they have lights out there. Now they have lights all over the place. I'm driving by an open field, and I get the shoe, and I throw it to the back. And when I throw it to the back, I'm at the stop sign, and changing the radio and stuff, and like whatever. Honest, true story. Turning the radio, and then I'm lowering down the window, and my front headlight starts flickering. I'm like, what's going on? It's the fucking battery again. So I park to the side of the road. I get off. I pick up the hood, fix it, and the lights are on. I go, okay, we're on. I sit down on my seat, and about a line of dying, right on the passenger is a little shoe. It's right on the passenger seat. After I threw it in the back seat, it's in the passenger seat. So I'm like, what the fuck? I freak out. I put it on the dashboard. I go pick up the wife. What's that, babe? You gonna freak out. I threw the shoe back there. You dumb. She rolled down the window. She throws it outside in the field and never talked about it again. So I've learned now, never pick up anything
Leave it
with
there.
you. Just leave it there. You know, and the same thing happened to Jerry with a tennis ball. He found a tennis ball at some house that supposedly was haunted. He brought it home, and he had it on the floor, and then all of a sudden the alarm started going off like crazy. The sound, the fire alarms, the doorbell, everything. He got the ball, walked outside, turned off. Oh, that's weird. He brought it back in. Boom, 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 boom. Like what? His girlfriend got it. Like fuck this ball.
The energy that's in
Yes.
there, shit, dude,
Yeah.
for sure.
So that's why rule number one: never
Yeah, no, I'm
bring
scared of that shit.
anything with you, bro. If you go over and never bring anything back with you, bro. Not unless you're those spirit hunters from New Hampshire that have the actual Annabelle doll. Then go ahead. But,
Fuck that.
that's a bucket list, man. I would love to go visit that museum.
Fuck that.
I would love to visit that museum.
I don't even
bro.
want to watch that movie.
it's some scary shit, bro, for sure.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but yeah, interesting stuff like that, bro. It's fun. You got to keep life interesting.
That's
'cause,
wild, dude.
yeah. You got to step on the wild side once in a
Shit,
while, man.
I mean, dude,
The wildest I'll go is just saying some racist shit. That's the wildest I'm gonna go, dude.
all right.
All right, let's get it started.
What's that? No, man, but hey, dude, we want to thank you for coming on, man.
Thanks,
Fuck
bro.
yeah, man.
Thank you for a dope conversation as always, man.
Yeah, dude, I
man.
missed your company, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
dude. For real,
Let me
man.
sit in between you guys.
Nah, but yeah, dude, thanks a lot for coming on, man.
Nah, man.
And yeah, dude, it was fucking thanks for the gift, dude.
You're
Yeah,
welcome, bro.
man.
You're
on
welcome.
hey, Draft Spectacular.
Oh shit! Even in Johnny's balls. Yeah.
And to
We talked
anybody
about it
that
all, man.
is tuning in at night, I feel sorry for you guys.
Right? They're like,
This
oh,
shit.
let me go to sleep with this shit.
Let me listen to
Right.
it.
Yeah.
No, man, fuck that.
Nah, man, but yeah, dude. Once again, man, where can people find your podcast? And shit like
You
that,
can
dude?
find our platform on pretty much any podcast platform that's available. Go on there. Just type in Chewy New Podcast. If you want to see more content, Google, type in Chewy New Podcast, and we're like a sore weed on a summer day, man. We're
Yeah.
all lower place and the good kind of weed.
Bro,
But yeah, bro.
I had another random call from the 1111111.
right now.
Yeah.
Dude, you
That's
should-
crazy.
Let me answer. I love answering those, dude.
That's a ghost coming back for his shoe, bro.
Probably. Where's my shoe at, motherfucker?
Is Ooh there?
I'm looking for a size 3.
Nah, man. Hey, but go ahead and follow the homie, man. Follow everything he does, man. Thanks a lot for
Chew
coming
and
on,
Ooh
broskies.
on what? Instagram, Facebook, all that
Everywhere.
shit.
Everything, bro.
Everything,
Shout out,
bro.
man. Shout out to
Everything.
you, broskies. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Cheers out there. Thanks.
Gators!
Damn, son, where'd you find this?